Welcome back to all of you to another class of ninth Standard Information and Communications Technology. We discussed about designing digital posters. Using GIMP software, we started preparing the poster and we completed some activities to make it beautiful. Let us proceed the remaining some activities to make that poster more attractive. First of all, let us open our file from our folder inside Students Works 9 in Home folder. Now the project file is opened in GIMP. When we look the layers panel, we can see the name of layers there. If we have to edit the name of any layer here, we can right click on that layer, then from edit layer attributes we can change the layer name here, and we can double click the layer to select the name of the layer and then edit it also. Now you can see in the layer background, then the second one June 12, then the third one, that is the logo. We can double click on it, then we can give it any name. Now I give here ILO logo. Then next one layer, that is that children. So we can give any name. I here give children, just children, and click OK. Now this is World Day Against Child Labor, and the last one our logo, say no to child labor. You can just right click and edit layer, or you can use double click also, then logo. We can give any name like this. Now GIMP is the graphic editor that includes many tools which help in image editing. Let us learn about some of these tools that help in making the poster more attractive. The first activity we are going to do here is including a part of an image using Paths tool. Paths tool is a tool that helps in selecting a part of an image according to a fixed shape. Paths tool can also be used to create different types of patterns and also to select a certain part of the image. Suppose we have to separate only a part of the picture and include it in the poster. How can we do it? Let us do that one now. For that, we can open an image in GIMP. File, then open, then in user school resources, standard 9, images. We can see here child hand.jpg. We can double click or click and enter, or we can select child hand and click open. Now that picture is opened in a new window. Let us bring the hand of this child to our poster. For that, we can use Paths tool. We can see the Paths tool here in the toolbox. Let us click it. Then in the child hand image, let us start selecting from here. Let us click like this in the edges of the hand of that child like this to cut it. You can take any image and cut any part of that image like this. To bring to our poster. If there happens any mistake when clicking, you can just click Ctrl Z to undo the portion we selected using click. Now you can see almost all the part of the hand we selected. Now we have to press Ctrl key and click on the point we started the marking. Now our marking is complete. We can click select from path tool from select menu now. We can see here a floating in this marked portion. Then the selection is completed. Use the copy option from edit menu to copy the part we selected. Now let us come to our poster window. We can click edit paste. Now we can see our picture came here in the poster as a floating selection. In layer, let us click to new layer. Then using move tool, we can bring it into the position we want to put it in the poster. Adjust the size of the image to suit the poster and save it. Here also, if we have to change the name of the layer, we can double click, then just give child hand. Now our poster is almost complete. Imagine that we want to improve the clarity of the picture we have selected to be included in the poster. For that, first open the picture in GIMP and make the duplicate by clicking duplicate in image menu or in the keyboard Ctrl D. Now let us close the original without making any changes. Click colors menu and select brightness contrast submenu. Now there comes the window to adjust the brightness and contrast of the picture. Let us move the slider as we need, like this, to change the brightness and contrast. We can click these arrows also, or we can type inside this box also. After making the changes, let us click OK. All the changes will come here. So that is the method to adjust the brightness and contrast, that is the clarity of the picture in image editing using GIMP software. Here also we can close this without saving. Now imagine that the picture of a boy who is engaged in child labor is to be included in the poster, but the face of the boy should be blurred. How can we do this? To make the face of the boy blurred in the poster, we have prepared use the blur tool in filter menu. Let us open a picture from downloads here. Now that picture came in another window. If we include this boy into our poster, we have to blur his face. At that time, we have to select that layer from the layer palette before we do blur. Here there is only one layer, so we can use one of the select tool to select the face of this child like this. Now in filters menu, submenu blur, there is some options of blur there. We can use any of these options. When we click OK, you can see the change here. This is the option to blur a selected part from filters tool. Many filters tools are included in GIMP. We can try the other features available in the filters menu also. Now we can close this without saving, and we can come back to our poster. We can just click File, Save. Now the project file is saved. We have almost finished the poster. To include the completed poster into a presentation, we have to export it into JPG format and save it in our folder. We have learned how to export a file in our 8th standard. So we can go in File menu, Export or Export As. Click any one of it. Then we can see as default .png, that is the file extension came here. If we have to save this into JPG, we have to select that JPG. We can see here the format. Then if we need any change in the name, we can change it here. And if we have to find any other location to save this, also we can select it. Now we are going to save into our folder. We can click here Export. Then there will come a window to adjust the quality of the file. We can click Export here. Now the file is exported into our folder. We can see it here. It will be opened like this. So now we completed the all activities of our first chapter. We started learning GIMP software in 8th standard. Now in 9th standard we learned some more activities and options to make a poster attractive. Then we can go to Let us evaluate page of our textbook. There is 4 questions in that. All of you write first and third questions into your notebook and find their correct answer. Then those who have systems with you can try second and fourth question. And there is some extended activities also. You can try to do it also if you get the time. So that is all for today. Thank you all and have a nice day.